Okay, so the racist panel discusses race. That is literally the title of Atheism is Unstoppable's video. It's like stating out your true intentions and claiming it to be just a joke. I'm joking about being racist, therefore I'm not. It's as if he's trying to play reverse psychology with his viewers.
Yeah. I'm fooling y'all, man. I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes. Woo! Woo!
But okay, that is just the title of the video. Let's not judge a book by its cover. Let's just see how much educational value this highbrow panel will bestow upon us.
Nerve. I think when I decided to talk about race, that was a major diversion. So it's just you're not going to hear many people talking about race, for starters.
Oh wow, how very noble of AIU. He's the only one talking about race. Everyone's scared to talk about race, but not him, not AIU.
Except the people of color. I mean, I really don't mind talking about race, and I think Fred isn't either. So,
Except the people of color? What? Not sure what he meant by that, but okay, how noble of you too, to not mind speaking about race. What a very noble panel we have here, doing something which everyone is not willing to do.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, okay, the problem I have with this, the whole topic of race is that it's an American obsession.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, what? It's an American obsession? Aw, man. So, AIU is not the only one willing to talk about race?
That's the thing. In France, we don't even use the word.
But you know what's funny though?
because the word race is in France it's sort of inaccurate biologically because biologically speaking, even certain groups of humans are technically not the same species.
Mhm.
Oh, this guy. This guy is a special kind of stupid. And he even tilts his head as to give the appearance that he is actually trying to recollect factual information. So, this is what this guy said. Biologically speaking, certain groups of humans are technically not the same species. Using words like biologically speaking, technically. He's trying to pass off as someone that is knowledgeable in the field. It kind of reminds me of that quote from Lawrence Krauss. There is nothing wrong with not knowing. It means there is more to learn, and as I have said before, ignorance bothers me far less than the illusion of knowledge. And you got AIU, a genius with a genius IQ, agreeing with this guy at the end there, saying, uh-huh, talk about being dumb as a brick. What is this guy's genius based on? It certainly isn't science. It certainly isn't math.
So that's why we don't use.
Well, I thought it was the concept of race, which was pretty obsolete in biology right now.
Well, at least this guy seems to get it. Race has no scientific relevance, just like the word kind, which is used in the Bible.
It is obsolete because we discovered that technically some humans are not the same species as other humans, technically speaking.
Bigfoot doesn't exist because my shoe is untied. Race is obsolete because some humans are not of the same species as other humans. Can anyone spot the non sequitur here? What does some humans not being of the same species as other humans have anything to do with race being obsolete? If anything, if some humans were of a different species from other humans, that would mean that you could classify that other human species as its own race. That means that there would be a scientific justification for it. Even with this guy's retarded interpretation of science, this guy doesn't even make any logical sense.
Wait a minute. I thought the same species means you could just interbreed.
Yeah. You mean,
Are you asking, or are you telling us? This is the contribution that this self-proclaimed gifted genius brings to the conversation. You would expect that a genius would know the answer to that, but hey.
It is obsolete because we discovered that technically some humans are not the same species as other humans, technically speaking.
with from the
Yeah,
same
Boris, are you sure about that?
What's the matter? Is someone feeling a little left out? Is someone sad because the implications mean that they are saying you're of a different species? The species that, according to AIU, is highly criminal? Ah, racist panel is totally not racist.
I think the wording is wrong.
But see,
Species, because
Maybe
here's
because I talk about it to my biology teacher in school, and she basically said that yeah, the word species, even the word species, is kind of obsolete. We'll maybe talk later about populations.
well,
Oh no, don't blame this on your biology teacher. This is all you. This is what happens when you watch Atheism is Unstoppable in your biology class, instead of paying attention to your teacher. And I'm not kidding. This is what most likely happened with this guy. This guy is one of AIU's pets. And what the fuck is he even talking about? Even the word species is obsolete? A while ago, this dumbass was saying, biologically speaking, some humans are of a different species from other humans. Technically speaking, if you are saying that biologically speaking, there are many human species today, and then you say that the term species is obsolete, you are contradicting your dumb ass. And this guy has been the loudest voice in the entire panel, and by loud I mean the one that has voiced his shitty opinion the most. But when going to the Talk Origins website, a website dedicated on refuting creationist claims and educating the public about evolution, it reads, genetic studies show that humans are remarkably homogeneous genetically, so all humans are only one biological race. And if we go even further onto Wikipedia, an excerpt on biological variation of humans reads as follows. Most current genetic and archaeological evidence supports a recent single origin of modern humans in East Africa, with first migrations placed at 60,000 years ago. Compared to the great apes, human gene sequences, even among African populations, are remarkably homogeneous. On average, genetic similarity between any two humans is 99.9%. There is about 2 to 3 times more genetic diversity within the wild chimpanzee population on a single hillside in Gombe than in the entire human gene pool.
Yeah, but still, the thing is, basically in France, we would talk we would use the word skin color, for example, or origins.
Mhm.
We never use the word race.
yeah.
No.
But I think this is a breakdown of language.
Yeah.
It's the fault of language. The word race doesn't encompass enough. I mean, there are differences between humans on this planet. Like the five of us look nothing alike. Well, Boris and Catherine look a little bit alike, but
I forget now, are these people creationists or are they atheists? I know you don't become smart and know everything there is to know about evolution once you become an atheist. But this is supposed to be an elite atheist channel, you know, the best one out there. I mean, there aren't that many atheist channels that have a genius as its host. But it seems that AIU's understanding of evolution is not that far off than that of a creationist.
I mean, there are differences between humans on this planet.
This guy makes fun of Jacqueline Glenn because he claims she says the most obvious things. And this is what this guy says. There are differences between humans on this planet. A fucking 5-year-old could tell you that. There are differences between humans on this planet. Yeah, a 0.1% variation to be exact. That's the difference. And what is the other thing he said? The 5 of us look nothing alike? Another fucking obvious point this idiot is making. What next? Rocks are hard? The human species is already homogeneous. What does this bozo want? For the entire human species to be a species of inbreds?
Like the five of us look nothing alike. Well, Boris and Catherine look a little bit alike.
The entire human species is already homogeneous. What is the point that this guy is trying to make? That if the entire human gene pool had a smaller variation than 0.1%, a smaller variation that would signify that we are all cousins or siblings, that would prove we are of the same race? Such an idiot! I think he should stick to finger painting or whatever he does. because talking about topics like this is not his forte.
The point is, people get all sensitive because they're like, oh, are you saying you're more human, less human, more evolved? All that sort of shit.
Or more criminal, less criminal, because technically speaking, that's what you are inferring when you extrapolate crimes solely based on race. That race is the factor for the criminality.
Pointing out
dragged into
difference.
it.
It's not pointing. I mean, it's like when I got to the feminist shitstorm in shitstorm.
Shitstorm.
Yeah, shitstorm. In Facebook, on the French Facebook, when I
that was
and
funny.
I said that there are differences, biologically speaking, between female and men, and then the group basically is, well, are you saying that females and males are
Yeah,
inferior?
okay. Always,
Come
you
on.
have to tell.
Are we equating the dimorphic aspect of the human genders with the social label of races? The human sexual dimorphism is shared among the entire human species. It is not remotely similar. Such wannabe intellectuals, as though bringing up a point about gender differences proves a point with the topic at hand.
But what I love is people that try to deny that there's no such thing as different races. And forget the word. I'm talking about just different groups of people that look different, that have different characteristics.
That's obvious.
Someone else pointing out the obvious comments AIU is making. And who is making that argument AIU is talking about? Who is denying that someone from Africa looks different than someone from Europe? Looks more like Captain Obvious is making a strawman over here.
Yeah, but people will deny it. They'll just be like, we're all the one human, it's just humans. And, you know,
One human race. Oh, come
it's
on.
like,
Okay.
They go from an obvious observation that a 5-year-old would make, that groups of humans across the world look different. And because of that, they assume that they have disproved our current understanding of human evolution and human genetics. They assume that they have disproved that there is one human race, or better yet, one human species. It seems that these idiots want to deny the fact that the human species is homogeneous. This group is reminding me now of anti-vaxxers. This is a group of science deniers.
So this is a lesson to be learned. There really is, for humankind, there's really no such thing as race. There's different tribes, but not different races. We're all one species.
it's like, have you ever been to Bolivia? These people are Ewoks over there. They're midgets. I barely recognize them as human. I mean,
Yep, totally not racist. Imagine if he was saying that about black people. And his remark is based on his lack of understanding of evolution. His lack of understanding, for example, on the founder effect, which describes why people in certain areas, such as in Bolivia in this case, would be short, or why certain characteristics are strongly expressed in certain groups of people than in others.
no, but I recognize that if you break it down, yes, it's all the same DNA and it's all sort of minor in the larger scheme of things. But
Well, you could say that there's a minor difference of DNA between a human and a fly.
yeah, and a chimpanzee.
Yeah, but
Chimpanzee.
come on. Yeah,
But-
in the chimp, yeah, it's like 98%.
Damn, these pseudo-intellectuals are trying to compare the difference between a human and a fly with that of natives from Bolivia and the rest of humanity? What is the point in saying that? Are they somehow trying to deny or disprove the fact that the human species is homogeneous? No, you fucking imbeciles. A minor difference between a human and a fly is not equivalent to the differences between some groups of humans and other groups of humans.
But really, it's the culture. It's our cultural differences that are more important than the physical differences.
Exactly.
What a nice sentiment. It's like a sweet cherry placed on top of a stinking pile of bullshit. I agree that cultural differences are more important, but this statement alone does not excuse all the garbage and science denying that was done for the entirety of the video.